We came and we conquered, my friends. We got the redemption we were looking for after a red day in the market yesterday with a beautiful, typical $1,000 plus day of real cash money today. And in today's video, I'm going to break down the exact strategy that I used. And it's one of the simplest strategies that you can apply as soon as tomorrow if you are a day trader of futures or options in the stock market. So that being said, if you do get value from this video, all I ask is you tap in, hit that subscribe button, hit that like, and come back for the next videos I have coming for you because there's a lot of value on the way the rest of 2025. In addition to that, make sure if you're trading with Apex Trader Funding, use code JDUN for 80% off. And Tradeify, which offers evals and straight to funded accounts, use code JDUN for 35% off all evals and straight to funded accounts. Means the world to me, and I will always do my best to keep you guys educated, keep you guys disciplined, and help you pass and get paid out from your prop firm challenges. Let's milk these guys together. Now, that being said, let's talk about the trade we took today. Let's first go over what we look for every single day. I like to initiate and reiterate this to you guys because it's so important. First things first, we always want to mark out what was pre-market low, okay, and what was pre-market high. First thing we always have to know. I typically have these blue to separate from my 15-minute low and my 15-minute high, which we will do in just a moment. So we have those. We know what those levels are. Now, we see our first 5-minute candle goes as high as here, and we'll notice that our next lowest candle is also the wick of that candle below. So our 15-minute high and low are staggered with our pre-market high and low. I always want to be a little more careful when we see that because it creates zones within these supports and resistances that sometimes, if we don't have a trending day, can be troublesome. So we first get our initial close below that 15-minute low right here. Now, when I see this, we have aggressive selling volume, aggressive close down. We're above pre-market low, but we're also below our 15-minute low. So at this point, I'm looking for a move back close to this 23 area on NQ. I want to see us come back up here, test this, take shorts with a stop above 43. So we have about 20 points of risk. That's my sweet spot, 20, 25 points of risk on NQ. And ideally at this point, we get a move down to low of day, which would be 988, and then lower, ideally, to pre-market low. Now, I love these setups because we enter at 23, we get down to 80, right? That's what a 43-point trade. Our biggest risk is 20 points. That's 2R right there. That's what I want to see. When we have key levels like that where we can have an immediate price target, a clear defined stop loss where the trade does not make sense anymore, that is my bread and butter. All this to say that we never get the full move up. I don't want to take an early entry here. I want us to be a little closer, especially after a red day yesterday. I don't end up getting this. We see an aggressive move down. And I don't chase on these moves down. I stay patient, I stay focused, and I wait for an A+ setup to come to me. So we move down, 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 and then we get an aggressive push up, no entry here, come, find a lower high, and this candle is what sparks my interest because when on the 5-minute chart, when you have a candle like this, where we come down, make a low at whole psych number 900, you can see an order flow that buyers were stepping in, and then at this key level, right around here at this 908, we have an aggressive move up. We have higher volume, mostly buying here, and a higher low from our previous low candle. That tells me there's a good chance we see more movement up. So that's exactly what we do. I take my longs here, inside Team Bull in front of over 1,000 traders. I tell the squad, I'm trying longs here. The worst case possible scenario for this trade, the absolute worst case is I have hard stops at 908. And ideally, we get a move back above the 67 area, 68, and that's exactly what we get. And I hold this trade from my entry here all the way up to this aggressive push up into nearly 90. That is how you want to operate, guys. I stay patient through all this. I missed one of my A+ entries here. I catch an A+ entry here. The market's telling me, hey, there's a good chance this pushes back up. And if you look at the rest of the day, this ended up marking the higher low for the morning as we trended up the rest of the day. And that's how I want you guys looking at the markets, guys. You have to be able to stay disciplined. That's the number one thing that I help my students with, is learning how to become a disciplined trader when the emotions are on, when the stress is on, when the pressure's on. If you can master your system and master your confidence and master your discipline, you are going to be an unrecognizable trader. And that is a promise, because all the strategies are out there, right? Price tells you or gives you a good idea of what it wants to do every single day, especially as you broaden your horizons and move your time frames up a bit, not just 1 minute or 2 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, hourly. The question is, can you stay patient? Do you have the discipline to follow your plan? Do you have the discipline to avoid overtrading or revenge trading? Those are the things that are going to determine whether you make it as a trader or not, whether you get payouts as a trader or not. And this is why this is the number one thing I focus on with anyone that I work with, even with you guys here on YouTube, me working with you right here. I want you guys focusing on following a plan every day, choosing quality over quantity, less size, more R multiple, and really following a system that you can rinse and repeat over time and consistently stay profitable. That's what I want you focusing on. That's where I want your mind at. And that's what Team Bull and discipline over dopamine represents. Today was a solid day. Again, $1,000 a day average is $5K a week. I like to get $5, $10K a week. That's freedom to me. It's not crazy. It's not astronomical, but it is attainable, and it's freedom in my eyes. So trade smart, trade safe. Make sure y'all tap and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless.